Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you all my Galaxy Eyes Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for September 2021. A lot of you have been requesting a Galaxy Eyes deck update. It's been a while since the last one, and I just finally got around to actually updating the deck. It was definitely one of the decks that I put on the back burner for a while. I just really didn't get around to it. There were a bunch of other new decks coming out. I missed it with the Legendary Duelist Season 2, but finally got around to updating the deck, so better late than never, I'd say. But it's a really fun deck. It was used by Kite during the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal and Arc 5 series, so mixing a bunch of the new support we received, along with the different Cypher, Galaxy Eyes monsters, and the original support. Let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the monsters for the main deck, I'm running two Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I know it's one of the go-to boss monsters in the deck, but you have plenty of ways to special summon this card out onto the field, and really you need those options for the special summon to get it out by attributing two monsters with 2,000 or more attack, and during either player's battle step, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you can target the monster this card battled, banish both it and this card, then any monster banished by this effect returns to the field at the end of the battle phase. If the monster banished by this effect was an Xyz monster, this card gains 500 attack for each Xyz material it had when it was banished. So with it, you have the pressure to stop your opponent's attacks, but this card is also used for a good majority of the plays that we set up in the deck. So that's why I'm running two of this card in the deck. Then you have other options in the deck just to easily special summon it out onto the field, whether it be from the deck or the hand. So you can easily rely on the level 4 play style that you can use to get this card out into the field and make use of then for all of your bigger Xyz plays also. For some of the other monsters, for one of the newer monsters in the deck, I'm running two Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. If you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is detached from a Xyz monster to activate that monster's effect, you can take one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or deck and either special summon it or attach it to it as an Xyz monster you control as material. Then, if you activated this effect during the battle phase, double the attack of all number Xyz monsters you control. You can only use each effect of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon once per turn. So this card works great with your number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon and also your number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, having all the power boosts for these cards along with their own Xyz monster effects. But the special summon consistency is what really makes Afterglow Dragon the best. Really going for the name there, being able to just summon it onto the field, giving you the two level 8 monsters needed to then overlay into any of the different rank 8 Xyz monsters I spoke of before, having that option available with just these two monsters in the deck. And then as for some of the 3-ofs for the deck as well, I am running 3 Photon Orbital, another one of the newer cards for the Galaxy Eyes deck. During your main phase, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster you control. Equip this monster from your hand or field to that target. It gains 500 attack. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle. And you can send this equipped card to the graveyard to add one Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, except Photon Orbital. You can only use this effect of Photon Orbital once per turn. It's search power. That's what makes this card truly the powerhouse it is, being able to just have search options for the good majority of the deck altogether. Just adding a Photon or Galaxy monster gives us plenty of search options for the rest of the monsters that I run in the deck altogether. So this card is basically used to give you access to any monster you may need for a specific play. So it's a definite 3-of just for that equip option to target a Photon or Galaxy monster. It doesn't even have to be Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon itself. It could be any of the other monsters we have, but this card is just going to be used as that search power altogether. For some of the other 3-ofs in the deck, I also run 3 Galaxy Soldier. I know this card has been used for a good majority of other decks, but its main focus is obviously in the Galaxy Eyes deck. You can send one other light monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand in defense position. So with this card, when it's special summoned, you can add one Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Galaxy Soldier once per turn. So your main go-to search power lies in the fact that this card can just help for your search power for your main go-to boss monster being Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, having one of the monsters with 2,000 attack already set up on the field as a special summon, and we have other special summons available to use in this deck for that easy play. I also run 3 Photon Advancer. With this card, if a Photon monster's on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Photon Advancer once per turn this way. It gains 1,000 attack if another Photon monster is on the field. So, once again, the requirements for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is 2 monsters for the tribute with 2,000 attack. With this monster monster being 2,000 attack. As soon as you have another photon monster on the field, which we are running a good number of, that can just easily special summon onto the field to use and combo well with our galaxy monsters. I run 3 Photon Thrasher being one of these photon monsters. It cannot be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned from your hand while you control no monsters. It cannot attack if you control another monster. So the main play with this is to summon out your Photon Thrasher, then special summon Photon Advancer, raising its attack to 2,000, then being the 2 monsters needed to special summon out your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the hand. Having 3 Photon Thrasher for the special summons means you won't have to take up your normal summon with this or Advancer, saving it for some of the other cards we use. For some of the lower numbers for the Photon and Galaxy monsters, I also run 2 Photon Vanisher. With this card, it cannot be normal summoned or set. It must first be special summoned from your hand while you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. It cannot attack the turn it is special summoned. You can only special summon Photon Vanisher once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. As an Xyz monster that is special summoned using this card also gains the effect to banish any monster destroyed by battle with it. But just another easy level 4 to special summon out. Our main go-to Xyz for getting Galaxy Eyes onto the field is definitely Star Liege Lord Galaxion with the detached power, which we'll get to when we go over the extra deck. But I run 2 Vanisher. It's a once per turn option, so remember that. And most of the time you're going to use Galaxion for the detach. You're not really going to banish or attack with it if you keep this Xyz material on it, since with that card you need 2 level 4 Photon monsters meeting the requirements with Thrasher or Advancer or your Vanisher on the field. For some of the higher level monsters, I also run 2 Galaxy Brave. If this card's in your hand, you can reveal 1 Photon monster in your hand. Special summon this card. If you do, its level becomes the level of that Photon monster. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target 1 Galaxy monster in your graveyard. This card's attack and defense become that monster's attack and defense. You can only use each effect of Galaxy Brave once per turn. So it's another special summon option to reveal a Photon monster in the hand and special summon this card, making it the level 4 monster for the good majority of different monsters we are running for that setup. So it's just an additional search, but also the fact that you can power this card up to Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon standards makes it that much more of a scary powerhouse to use for that also. I also run 2 Galaxy Wizard, just another adjusted level monster that you can use. Once per turn, you can increase this card's level by 4 until the end of this turn. You can tribute this card to add 1 Galaxy card from your deck to your hand, except for Galaxy Wizard. So with it, you have options for more searches in the deck, like cards like Galaxy Expedition, or even some of the one-ofs that we run in the deck, or even just one of our monsters that has Galaxy Eyes in it. So search power, once again, for our main go-to boss monster. But the level adjustment comes in handy when you have your other Galaxy Eyes monsters on the field to then overlay the 3 of them together to summon out some of our bigger monsters like Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the extra deck. And then for some of the lower numbers for the Galaxy monsters, I also run 1 Galaxy Knight and 1 Galaxy Cleric. More of a situational monster lineup. If you want to run 2 Knight, you could always take out the 1 Cleric. Cleric helps for the additional Xyz option to attach onto that card, giving you more plays with your Galaxion. And Galaxy Knight, if you control a Photon or Galaxy monster, you can normal summon this card without tribute. When you do, target 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon in your graveyard. And if you do, this card loses 1,000 attack and special summon that target. It's another Xyz play to use with resources in the graveyard. It's why I only run 1 of this card, because you have to have those resources already set up to go in the graveyard. So you really want to open up this card late game or search it out late game with some of our other card options. And then for the last of the monsters for the main deck, just 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Hand trap of choice. You can try cards like Effect Veiler if you want to go for more of the light attribute to work with some of our other extra deck plays. Once again, that's player preference at that point. I even thought of dropping the Cleric and then taking out the Galaxy Eyes, the Ash Blossoms, along with the setup here for the Gamma lineup for the hand traps. But that Psy-Frame Gamma is just once again another player preference. I prefer the Ash Blossom for stopping the opponent's search. That's it for the monsters. We'll now move on to the spells. More of the setup in the deck. I run 3 Photon Sanctuary. You special summon 2 Photon tokens onto the field in defense position. These tokens cannot attack or be used as synchro material, and you cannot summon other monsters the turn you activate this card except for light monsters. So this card alone can give you your 2 monsters needed to tribute out to special summon your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, since this card's summon is used with a special summon and not a tribute summon for the play. So with it, you have the option to then have your play on the field for the tokens summoned out with this card, and you cannot summon out other monsters you activate this except for light monsters, but that's really not a restriction with this deck since it's mostly all we summon out for these summons. And also, if you open up multiple Photon Sanctuary, you can activate multiple ones, giving you more and more options for even some other extra deck monsters, including Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. And ideally, I do want to run 3 Galaxy Expedition, but I have 1 Overlay Region and 1 Foolish Burial just as additional setup and fill in. If you don't have this card, I know it's more of a pricey card in the deck, but you can fill it in with other cards if you get them for it. But definitely run 3 of this card. If you control level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy Monster, special summon 1 level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy Monster from your deck in face-up defense position. You can activate 1 Galaxy Expedition per turn. So with this, you have the option to summon out your Galaxy Soldier for the special summon, along with this card, giving you the search power without even having to discard, or go for some of your bigger boss monsters that we run in the deck using this spell, having to control the 1 level 5 monster, which can easily be done most of the time when you have Galaxy Soldier out in the field. Then you just activate Galaxy Expedition, getting the search off of your soldier, and then also special summoning out the required other level 8 monster. For more of the draw power in the deck, I also run 3 trade-in. We run plenty of level 8 monsters in the deck, so just being able to use them for draw power, setting up the graveyard, and hopefully drawing into some more useful cards we need for our plays is a big help there. And for some of the one-ofs, I run 1 Galaxy Zero, more of a special summon option from the graveyard, but it's searchable, so I really feel you only need the 1. The same with Galaxy Trance. You pay 2,000 life points to target a Photon monster in your graveyard. Having the special summon of it and 1 Galaxy monster from your deck with the same level gives you the Xyz options or link requirements on the field to use. Also, 1 Reinforcements of the Army for the good majority of warrior monsters we run in the deck. And lastly, 1 Monster Reborn. You can't really go wrong with special summoning any of those resources you use in the deck from the graveyard back onto the field. And that is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra deck. I spoke of this Xyz monster plenty enough. In the deck, I run just the 1. But if you wanted to run a second one, I'll show you what Link monster to take out for another copy. Star Liege Lord Galaxion. You need 2 level 4 Photon monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 or 2 Xyz materials from this card to apply the effect depending on the number you detached. If it's 1, you special summon a Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand. If it's 2, you special summon 1 from the deck. So this is also another reason why I only run 2 Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, because with it, you have your setup right then and there for your main go-to boss monster with using just the Photon monsters we run, which are a lot easier to summon out onto the field. For the other Xyz monsters, I also run 1 Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, one of the bigger boss monsters. It does need 3 level 8 monsters. It's possible to do in the deck, but once again, if you have the play to make it happen. Some of the easier plays are number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon and number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, which can easily be helped with the Link monster setup onto the field. For more of the other level 8, I keep saying level, rank 8 plays, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon with the additional token play. This card can copy an opponent's monster, and with it having more plays for some of the other rank ups we use, like Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon, and the newest one from Ghosts from the Past, which is Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon, all having the option to basically overlay on the other Galaxy Eyes monsters in the field, with the last 2, Cypher Blade and Cypher X, being additional rank up options by just overlaying on top of Galaxy Eyes monsters, with Cypher X having to overlay over a Cypher monster, which is a big plus when you use Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon to then go into Cypher Blade and then Cypher X. For some of the other rank 4 plays in the deck, I also run 1 Star Liege Paladynamo and 1 Bujinte Tsukiyomi. If you don't want to run Tsukiyomi for the discard draw power, you can always put in the second copy of Star Liege Lord Galaxion for this spot. For the Link monsters, I run 1 Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon, the Link 2 monster. If it's Link summon, you can target 1 Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard, add to your hand, and during your main phase, you quick effect can discard 1 Photon card or 1 Galaxy card, or discard 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So with it, you have destruction power, but also more recycle resources to use with this Link monster. And I also run 2 of the Hip Potion Engen, just another good monster for power plays in the deck, using these cards for the option of summoning out monsters and also recycling and powering up light attributes. Also 1 Lena the Light Charmer for the Link 2 recycle and light resources from our opponent. And lastly, just the 1 Nightmare Cerberus. This could be Nightmare Phoenix or Nightmare Unicorn. It's player preference, what you want to use in this spot. As for some of the go-to plays, like I said, one of my favorites are just the rank 4 Reliance that you use if you special summon out Photon Thrasher and then special summon out Photon Advancer. This can be your summon for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon if it's in your hand, but if the card's in the deck, you overlay the 2 into your Star Liege Lord Galaxion, giving you then the detach option for detaching the 2. Just special summon out the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon onto onto the field. And then if you have the newest card for your Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, you can then special summon it out onto the field, giving you the 2 monsters needed to overlay into the Galaxy Eyes monster of choice. And most of the time with these 2 cards, you want to go for the number option, because then you have the additional double damage that Afterglow Dragon provides, whether you go into number 90 or number 62, depends on the preference of play when you summon out these cards going up against your opponent. And that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like I said, I finally got around to making the Galaxy Eyes deck. I know a lot of you requested it, so glad I was finally able to finish it. There's plenty of different Xyz monsters to use, and with the newest addition to the deck, it definitely is an added plus for all of our different options to use in it. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.